Hello everyone, let's have a quick look at the charts and I'll provide some updates on my current positions. First Bitcoin, let's clean this chart up a little bit. Had a nice technical bounce as expected from the GTB EQ. I exited my long position at around this level, 27,300. I think my exit was at around 27,150 or so. Since price has rejected and is currently retesting the ATMA, I will keep an eye on whether or not the daily candle will close above it or under it. I still think we may dip a little lower over the coming days or weeks, but hopefully it will just be wicks and this general area will hold support. There seems to be a nice range forming now, which we can potentially trade. For now, I would place it like this maybe. Let's get rid of this. Make this a little more narrow. So yeah, a range between 25,900 and 28,400, give or take. The candle closes around the EQ of this channel are not super clean, so we may have to adjust the placement as price action develops further. But for now, this is a good guideline for us to keep an eye on. And yeah, if price dips back down here, I will probably long. I don't have any buy orders in the system at the moment, but probably not like a full position size, because if price dips right back down without first going to the channel top, this has been getting pounded quite a lot, and the more a level gets retested, the weaker it gets. So I will keep an eye on the price action over the next coming few days, and don't rush into any new positions. Let's have a look at ETH. ETH, yeah, similar to Bitcoin, the 1800 level held. We got the bounce. It's again back above the ATMA, holding the ATMA at the moment. So I think whatever Bitcoin does, the rest of the market will follow at this point, except a few outliers. So still not interested in ETH at any of these levels. My short interest is up here, and my first long interest will be down here. Atom, I was planning to enter a short, as I mentioned in yesterday's video. I had my short order at 10:30 on the dot, but unfortunately this wick only got up to $10.28, give or take. So I did not get filled on the position. Let's clean this chart up a little bit. Not yet, at least. So I'm still hopeful that we will get a higher bounce just to retest this level, maybe overshoot it. I actually also have a short add-on order in this area at around 10.55. So if we see the price pushing back up, I will add here just a little bit, like a quarter of the whole position budget. At this level, the stop loss will be at around 10.88, which is a little tight. If you want to play it a little safer, you can also opt for like $11, the $11 area. But for now, I'm personally keeping it tight in case the whole market just pumps. I don't want to lose too much money on those FOMO moves. And yeah, my target is the $9 and $8.50 area. So risk reward over 2 should be good. And if both of my short entries get filled, actually my average buy will be at around 10.40. That will give me a risk reward of almost 3. So the ATMA is key here. It's currently sitting at 1030, so I hope within today or the latest tomorrow we get a bearish retest of that, because every day that passes this ATMA keeps moving lower, and I will probably have to adjust my entries accordingly. But we will see how it goes. AVAX. So I did take the long, as mentioned, and I already exited. So when Bitcoin hit the level, the potential top of the tentative channel I mentioned, I exited AVAX as well at around 1062 or 3. So it was still a good trade. I used some light leverage on this. I'm happy with the gains I made. Right now I don't have any position on AVAX anymore, and I'll just keep watching, since all the coins are mostly doing the same. They gave a technical bounce from a high likelihood support, bounced back above the ATMA, and now it's a few days to see whether or not they can hold it or not. So if price dips back again, will I long again? Hard to say at the moment. I have to see a few more candles, similar to ETH and Bitcoin with its channel low. This area has been tested like 3 times now, and yes, every time we got a bounce, but the bounce ended in a lower high. And so if we get another retest, can we really break up with a higher high, higher low, excuse me, and continue, or is it time to break this support and then move down further to between $12.50 to $13? I'm not sure right now, so I will stay sidelined on AVAX until I see a little bit more confirmation. BNB, just a little update, a quick one. Okay, it could either be forming a bear flag under this parallel trend line, or if we see the RSIs make a positive divergence, with the RSI getting back above 30 and then retesting 30, while price makes a lower high or goes lower a little bit, then the possibility or the likelihood of price dipping further back into the area of interest down here gets less. But I'm still mainly interested in longs in this area, and even if we get a bearish retest of the ATMA, until this EMA is reclaimed, I'll probably not look at any longs for BNB. The SEC is both suing Binance and CZ, and now there are talks about freezing the Binance US assets, at least of some of the asset managers they have been using or something like that. So until there is clarity, I'm not really too keen in longing BNB, especially not under the trendline resistance where a potential bear flag is developing here. But as I mentioned yesterday, so in this area we should get a technical bounce. So I will be looking for longs, and I still have my long orders in the system. DOT, as I mentioned, I still had a long order at $5 in the system. I also exited that. DOT, compared to the other coins we had a look at except BNB, actually did not break back above the ATMA, and right now it's actually trading under it. But at the same time, it's above the $5.18 or $5.15 level I had mentioned. So I'm still not short, but I am watching this closely. If we get like a couple of candle closes beneath the ATMA and potentially after the drop below 515, I will then enter a short. Depending on what Bitcoin looks like at the time, of course, but it will probably be something like this. My first target then around $4.60, and the other exit target, $4.20 or so. And the stop loss, I don't know. You can keep it above these highs to play it a little safe for a relatively low risk to reward ratio at around $5.58, or you can do this and then get a slightly better risk to reward ratio, but the likelihood of getting stopped out again is a little higher at 545 compared to 558. So whatever your trading style is, you should base the setup on that. XRP, great strength on XRP. I'm a little surprised, even though it couldn't make a new high. So there is this kind of trend line pattern forming here, but it's back above the previous triangle resistance and high comparatively high above the ATMA. It didn't like give it a bullish retest yet. I do expect it to give this retest, and then probably we will keep an eye on something like this for now, and then see where it goes. So I still have my long orders at 48 cents and 46 cents, 45 cents. But if it breaks down under 48 cents, I may cancel at least the 46 long order, but keep the 45 long order, because we should get a technical bounce at that area. But once this whole support of the 48 to 50 cents zone gets lost, especially if you get a bearish retest, then it's probably time to exit longs and look for shorts again, because everybody is expecting, or at least I believe that most people are expecting a positive result for the SEC versus Ripple case. But with the SEC going rampant right now against Binance, against Coinbase, I think they will probably try to stall the judgment announcement. If it's positive, they will try to stall it, and if it's negative, XRP is gonna probably dump just based on the fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And that's where I will be waiting with my buy orders in these lower ranges. But for now, I'm focused on this tentative triangle shape and the ATMA before any further strategies on XRP. One new coin, APE. So I noticed that APE just broke under a double trend line support, and is also mainly confirmed the rejection yesterday, and today it couldn't push back up further too. So now I'm getting interested in a long in this area around 258 to 266 dollars, and again I would expect a technical bounce, and then you can already see the shape here. It's probably going to be an ascending descending triangle. So my target for the long, the technical bounce, will be quite moderate. I will probably have like a 6% buffer for my stop loss, and then target around $3, maybe a little lower than $3, just to have a higher probability to get filled, like $2.97 or so. And it's still a risk reward above 2, so I'm happy with that. And I'm waiting now for price action to develop. If this descending triangle shape starts happening, then later, if we get the breakout to the top, we can look at potential longs towards $3.60. Or if we break down, that would be quite messy, potentially messy for APE, because the next potential trend line support comes in at around $1.50, $1.40. But we will have to see how that develops. All right, that's it for today, and see you again on Friday.